What's up, y'all? It's Cash said back in the video. Y'all see the title, let's get straight into it. Now, if y'all know, black culture is very influential. So all over the world, we see it in music, dance, we see it in food, we see it in clothing, anything all around the globe. Now, I'm not one of them Black Panthers or one of them righteous black people that is, still in the culture, Kim Kardashian, braids. I don't care about none of that, okay? But we gotta talk about Bobbi Althoff, okay? We gotta talk about this. She done big capitalized. Y'all see her views, like in the millions? She done big capitalized off of black culture and black famous people, black entertainers, black musicians, all over. Now, if you're one of my Caucasian kings or Caucasian queens watching this video, it ain't no smoke with you, okay? I'm not one of them people that's trying to call everything like, oh, you still in the I don't really care about that. But Bobbi Althoff, we gotta talk about it because she getting mad clout. Her views, she's the industry playing for real. I already made a video about this, but we're gonna talk about this and how she capitalized off of black famous people and black musicians and all this. Now, if you're keeping up, y'all tapped in, y'all see she just had a fallout with Drake. Now, rumors speculate that also she had a fallout with Lil Yachty. So after doing a Drake and Lil Yachty interview, and Drake was like her biggest interview because it's Drake. Yeah, Aubrey. So she had a fallout with Drake, and rumors, it's a legend. I'm not saying it's 100%, but rumors say Drake, because Drake and Lil Yachty best friends. If y'all don't know, embarrassing. Like Drake and Lil Yachty, I said they go together. They best friends. So she fell out with Drake. She fell out with Lil Yachty too. So if y'all been on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram at all, y'all seen the clips of Bobbi Althoff and all the awkward humor going on, and she been going viral for that a lot. Okay, that's how she really started going viral, and she just came out of nowhere. And that's why I said she an industry plant, because she had no like grind for real. I mean, she had a TikTok grind before. She was doing like mommy content, but then it like switched to interviewing very famous people or like Instagram entertainers like Funny Marco, and then somehow that transitioned into millions of views on YouTube, which I don't know how that happened, but it did. But like I said, she be eating off of black culture, hip hop, and a lot of black entertainers and black famous people, period. Like she had first Funny Marco. The Funny Marco interview went mad viral on TikTok, so that's what really blew her up. And then it got Money White, Lil Yachty, and even a black man such as Mark Cuban himself. I'm joking, I'm trolling, but then she got Tyga after that. Now, I know y'all see the pattern here. Y'all see a pattern, okay? Y'all see a lot of black famous people and black culture, people that are big in black culture. Funny Marco, big Instagram guy. He was going viral with his own little awkward humor thing. And that's one thing also. She also kind of stole the awkward humor thing from Funny Marco himself. So it's ironic that she blew up off the Funny Marco podcast, and then she had Drake after that, and that just blew her up like way more than she could think of. And if y'all look at the views, it correlates. Her biggest views or the biggest, most successful YouTube videos she does are with black people. So it's like she eating off the hip hop culture, she eating off of rappers, she eating off of Funny Marco, all black culture people that's big in the black culture. And I'm sorry if I'm spamming culture to y'all. I'm not trying to spam it or sound like a Black Panther or Harriet Tubman or nobody like that. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on, because I see the pattern. We got this Caucasian female, bless her heart, Bobbi Althoff, but she was making mommy content before. Mommy content. How you go from mommy content on TikTok, I guess you had a good following doing that, to interviewing with awkward humor Drake. And then the other rappers following Drake. See, y'all see what I'm getting at? Y'all see what I'm getting at? Now, I'm no Illuminati timing or this and that, but I do think she had industry plant heavy, because you just got a Drake interview at the gate, and she even said a regular DM worked. That she got Drake on the podcast. She said, "Oh, well, I just DM'd him." You think Drake check his DMs, especially for scallywags and the I know you're not a Trisha. You got a whole husband or divorce or whatever, but it's like you think Drake checked his DM, saw Bobbi Althoff in there, and said, "Oh, let me like no, bro. That is the most anticlimactic story ever, how you could get Drake on a podcast, especially after you went from Funny Marco to Drake. Now, Funny Marco, a funny guy, but you went from Funny Marco, Drake. That's a crazy like upscales, crazy stair step to Drake. It's just wild. And why I say she's using black culture is because her biggest views come off of black culture people. And now she recently did another podcast. She did some other guy's podcast. What's his name again? It's the BFFs podcast with Dave Portnoy. Yeah, so she did all these interviews with black rappers and black people, and then she goes
get to the point
and she does a podcast with Caucasians. So she's not even giving back to the black people. She's not giving back to no black platform. She says, "Oh, I built my YouTube channel off of all these black famous people,
Indeed.
And now I'm gonna go do a Caucasian person's podcast." Now, it's not that deep. I'm not saying she shouldn't have did the podcast, none of that. It's not that, but it just shows that she built her views off of these people who just happen to be black. I guess Mark Cuban in there too, but how you get Mark Cuban in the podcast, I don't know. Illuminati, I'm looking out for you. But like I'm saying, she doesn't even give back to the culture. She don't do no black person's podcast. She does Dave Portnoy. No shame to him, no shade to him. He asked some good questions. I ain't gonna lie, he got some good information out of her, and that was the first time we've seen her act normal. She usually acts very awkward, and now in this instance, she starts acting normal, talking to the Caucasian people normal. But every time a black person come on our podcast, oh, it's awkwardness, passive aggressiveness. And all of these things could attribute to coincidence. Like, it could be a coincidence that all the black people on the podcast, she does the awkwardness, the passive aggressiveness, which kind of started with Funny Marco and Theo and other people like that, other comedians. So it's not even original or nothing. But so people be just eating it up for some reason, even though it's not original at all. Not hating, just saying industry plant. Moving on. But even the fallout with Drake, it kind of shows things. Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it could have started with her at the Drake concert acting all awkward. The awkward thing again, acting like she's not enjoying the music, enjoying the time. Now, the video is here, but it could just be trolling. I think that's kind of trolling, joking around, but who really knows? But also, there's rumors about how she deleted the Drake podcast from her YouTube channel, and Drake unfollowed her on Instagram. So it's like a whole little thing here. And apparently, Lil Yachty unfollowed her too. So I'm just saying, hint, hint. And even on the BFS podcast, when she's talking to Dave Portnoy and them, she was saying how Lil Yachty was very awkward and how she wanted to leave. She was texting her best friend that she wanted to leave and she didn't want to do the podcast anymore because how awkward he was. And it just kind of screamed ungrateful. Like, Lil Yachty's letting you interview him, and I know Lil Yachty hasn't had a mainstream big top 10 hit or nothing, but he's still Lil Yachty at the end of the day. He's giving you clout, and it was a very successful podcast. So it just showed that she was kind of ungrateful, or it wasn't really ungrateful, but it kind of screamed ungrateful or hinted at ungrateful. That just her tone and the way she was saying things. And she even recently had to clear up rumors that she didn't sleep with Drake or she didn't have romantic intentions with Drake or anything, even though they were in the same bed sipping on mimosas or whatever. That was crazy to me because she got a whole husband or something sipping on mimosas, laying in the bed under the covers of Drake. And she said in an Instagram DM that, I didn't sleep with him, the rumors are false. And she also put at the top of the story saying, like, I didn't want to do the interview in the first place. Shawty, you said you DM'd him, so you reached out to him, and also you're in the bed with him. You go really far for an interview. You got in the covers with him. That to me, that's going far. You wanted that interview. Now you're saying, I didn't want to do the interview. Come on now, stop it. The Drake interview and the Funny Marco interview gave you a whole bunch of attention, and that's why Tyga hopped on the podcast in the first place, because you didn't know who he was. You acted like you didn't know who Tyga was, and Drake played the song for you, and now look, Tyga. And also with Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty, because Drake and Lil Yachty are friends. And then you got Lil Yachty and Drake and all these people, because, you know what I'm saying? Because of Drake, because of Funny Marco, because of black culture. See, there you go. Now y'all getting it. Sorry for that stutter right there. That was a crazy stutter. I'm not editing that out. I'm too lazy. It's looking like, aside from her awkward persona, like every glimpse we've got to see her true self, even when she was arguing with Rick Glassman. I don't know if that was a clip or edit or something, but she was going back and forth with Rick Glassman. I know y'all saw that clip, and like she was talking real crazy to that guy. I don't know why. I don't know. She was talking kind of crazy. And even on the interview with Dave Portnoy, it's like you saw her true colors, and she didn't really seem that grateful or too grateful. She didn't say thank you. I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the whole interview, so maybe I'm just chatting, but it seems like her true self was like just like a trashy white girl, like just like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I don't know her, okay? She could be a great person. I might just be chatting at the end of the day, but guess what? It's my YouTube channel. I'm a chat. That's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm a chat. I got a platform now, okay? But y'all can look into it yourselves and see what I'm talking about. Nothing I say is false. I'm saying that certain things are alleged or just rumors. I'm telling you what the rumors are and what the facts are. There's a lot of rumors, so there's a lot of speculation. But the things and the glimpses we see, you got to be able to read people, man. You got to be able to read people. Who knows this woman's a good person? Who knows she a bad person? I don't know. All I'm saying is she capitalized off of black culture. She's definitely 90% industry plant. Even academics said she might be an industry plant because like she just blew up out of nowhere. And I even made a past video about it. And everybody in my comments said, I think she an industry plant too. She just popped up on my page out of nowhere. She popped up on everybody's feed out of nowhere. And we know on TikTok, it usually gives you stuff that you like. Like for you is like for you. It's the stuff you like often. I ain't never liked any of this girl's TikToks in the past. So why she on my page now? You know why? Because Funny Marco on there. Because Drake on there. Because Lil Yachty on there. That's why she popped up on my page now. There's also been other rumors about why the Drake interview was taken down off of her page, because when he played Rack City by Tyga, he went back to his label and was like, I own the rights to that video with the part I played. I own the rights to this whole interview. I should be getting the money. So they copyright striked her, and then he was supposed to get all the money. So Bobbi Althoff had to either repost the interview with that part out of it, or Drake was going to get all the money from it. And I guess that's why she took it down. But that was just a rumor, and it was a crazy rumor. I don't know. I mean, it could partially be true, but I wouldn't just take it and run with it, because why would he just randomly want to take all the money from the video? It's Drake. He's like almost a billionaire, or is a billionaire, and has way more money than Bobbi Althoff. So if he was willing to do the interview, why would he just want to take all the money randomly? Something had to happen in between that time for him to just want to take the money. And some people were saying, it's control. Drake just wants control. I mean, maybe she said, I don't want to sleep with you, and Drake got salty like he usually does, the light skin phase. But that just, I don't know. It just sounds kind of unbelievable. You gotta take it and don't run with it. So we gotta see more that was coming out of that speculation, because I want to just take it and just be like, he did this and that. I don't know at the end of the day, and we all don't know at the end of the day until somebody comes out and says something. But if Drake and Lil Yachty both aren't cool with her anymore, which is what rumors say, again, alleged, Drake and Lil Yachty aren't cool with her anymore, so it's like, I don't think that the copyright thing was it, because Lil Yachty wouldn't care about the copyright thing, or at least I think he wouldn't, because why would he care about what's going in Drake's pockets and Bobbi Althoff's pockets? Why would Lil Yachty do the interview in the first place? Like, you know what I'm saying? It had to be something else that happened for anything else to happen. At the end of the day, even if the interview was deleted or not, or he was taking the money from the interview, the money don't matter from that one interview. Drake did an interview with you over a lot of other people that he could have chose with actual platforms, and he clouded you up to the point where you have connections. You got Tyga and Lil Yachty on your podcast. So even if you took the money from that one video, the one Drake interview, you still got millions on the other ones because of Drake and Funny Marco and Black Culture. And now you're taking from the Black Culture, but you're not giving back. You're not doing no podcast with nobody else or showing nobody else love. Like, people that are bigger than you and putting you on. Like, Drake put you on with that interview. Drake put you on whether you got the money for it or not. So it's kind of just screaming ungrateful. Well, I don't know the whole thing behind it. So until we hear, I don't know who ungrateful or who not. But at the end of the day, even if he took the money from the interview or he didn't, which I don't think he did, it's like he put you on with the interview regardless. You still got clout from it, even if you don't get the money. Now, I can't just blame her, because these Black culture people that's big in the Black culture are willingly giving her interviews, whether it's money or industry bound or something behind the scenes. It doesn't matter. They're still doing interviews with her and giving her clout and giving her attention. So it's on them too. It's on people choosing who they want to do interviews with, who they want to get viral clips with. It's not just all on Bobby. She's gonna do what's the smart thing for her, what's gonna clout her up more, what's gonna get her money to feed her family. So she gonna do what she gotta do, I guess, at the end of the day. I'm just letting y'all know she definitely most likely an industry plant, and she's eating off of Black culture, which I don't think she could even fight that or reject that. I don't think anybody can fight that she's eating off of Black culture. Now, she kind of is using Black culture, because is she giving back? Who is she giving back? Who is she putting on? Nobody. Everybody's been bigger than her that she interviewed. Funny Marco was bigger than her at the time, and she still Funny Marco a whole flow with the, like, we all know Funny Marco's doing the awkward stuff and the quietness and the silence and all the awkward clips on Instagram and TikTok going viral was him first. Like, it was him and Theo, maybe Theo Von a little bit, and Bobbi Althoff just took it, ran with it, and blew up way bigger than all of them. Which, like, I ain't gonna hate. Boy, it's really hard not to hate right now. But I'm not gonna hate. Hey, eat up Bobbi Althoff. I guess you getting your money, you doing your thing. Like, you moving smart, I guess. Even though I think that the industry put you on, so you didn't have to do much work besides build up that TikTok with the mommy content. And now you're here. Drake, Tyga, Lil Yachty, Black culture, yay.
Hooray!
Man, let me know how you feel in the comments. Let's argue, debate, whatever we gotta do. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. You know, subscribe, like the video, all that. And I'm out.
So I don't do the Superman, I got a Draco. If you nigga owe me money, better pay though. I don't play hoe, I'm chasing bankroll. Bad bitch, and she fuck on my status. I don't got an ex, bitch, that shit is bastards. Me ain't moving with the gang, you better tap in. Spanish mommy on the ship when I'm the captain. Catch your body, act like it never happened.